Welcome to the weekly chart review, the Forex edition. I'm going to be briefly going over a few of the choices and kind of great entries from the last few periods. Okay, I don't really see anything new developing. Whatever plays that I've jumped in on or set up are still playing out. I don't see any changes happening in regards to that. But it's time to brag a little bit. All right. So as we saw, the point of control on AUD CAD was right there. I drew the line just based off of that. It's going to be very close to that channel, and it pulled to that 618 area. Okay. I was expecting no less from that. So when we're talking about a Fibonacci, it's been very deep. It's kind of exactly where it hit off of. This trade, as soon as that shift happened, it's done, right? So the thing is, there could be another small chance right here at that imbalance, but the wicks from in front and behind it on the 4-hour time frame kind of show that this trade is virtually over. Right, it was going to be a short one anyway. I thought it would have hit the TP at least, but the best that it got to was 112. So that was just about 2.6 to 1. Right now it's sitting at almost a 1 to 1. I'm not going to be super comfortable staying in this trade, so I would call this one quits. All right. So we'll leave it at that, saying that we got the 1 to 1. Not too bad. Could have been better, but as far as the entry, that was a serious snipe. Okay, let's see. Did I even bother marking these up? Nope. Sort of. I don't like that one. All right, so here was what I kind of wrote myself, all right? Originally, I had this marked at 39 pips. All right, that's what it looked like. So, and this is why I wrote it. Okay, so I want to kind of show the reason why 60 pips is my threshold. Okay, and for unfortunate situations such as this. So, once it kind of bounced off past that 618, it went little bit past this previous peak. Right, so if I would have set it just a little higher at 46 pips, stopped out still. But that 60 pip origin, that I always keep talking about, it would have came close. But now, instead of worrying about it, I'm in profit. Okay, I'm in profit, and it's still in profit. EMA shifted on the 4-hour. It's not even coming back yet. It's retesting that red line. So even right now would be a good potential opportunity to jump in on an existing trade. But at the moment, it's sitting at 135 pips in profit, which is just a little over 2 to 1. So would be great. Again, if you by chance took a 35 pip stop loss, bit of a bummer, but this is exactly why overall 60 pips is the safe bet. We could get some snipes occasionally, like you saw in AUD CAD. But one way or another, you get some winners, you get some losers. That's how it's going to go. Okay. Overall, this was predicted in its correct course, just not the stop loss. Okay. So kind of win-lose here. CAD CHF. This thing is just, what a rocket down. Like, this is going to the moon, but from the other side of the earth. Anyway, man, it's been dropping hard, hasn't it? Like, it's already went down 235 pips. Looks like it's going to continue. Like, there's no sign of it slowing down. CAD JPY finally flipped earlier this week, and it looks like it's going to be dropping for a little bit. If we take a look at this last bottom to the highest point here, it's almost at the 618. I would say looking for a reversal going back up. JPY is much weaker than CAD. So a potential entry for this would be here. You know, I don't want to do 90 pips. We'd have to find a nice common area. But overall, I'm going to aim for about the 50 pip stop loss on this guy and go higher to the white. The only issue is I'm not going to take this trade until I see a 4-hour EMA shift. 1 hour, it's looking okay, but you know 1 hours can kind of shift at a dime. So it's going to be somewhere around here, maybe off that 610 EMA here. That would be a good sign to jump in. So you know what? I'm going to mark this one up and see what happens. Set an alert, right? Add alert. Entering buy zone. There we go. Just making sure I'm not going to miss it this time. Man, I had one alert that didn't go off, and I'll show you when it was because damn, that would have been a nice entry. Leaving this one alone. Euro AUD, you know, not exactly what I expected here. So Euro started gaining some strength for whatever reason. Okay, it is what it is. Kind of a bummer, but originally it just I was expecting it to play off. Like even if it was a 60 pip stop loss, it wouldn't have made a difference. However, once that if that would have been the case and the EMA would have shifted, at least it would have been out of profit or at least a break even, right? So you know, not fantastic. Euro AUD was a loss. I'm gonna scratch this one out for now. It did not happen the way I expected, and that is fine. Actually, we're bouncing off that 618 here, aren't we? Let's take a look on the 4-hour. Oh damn! Look at that. Yeah, because there was originally a point of control there. However, it hit just off that EMA and the 618. This actually has a potential to work out very nicely. Let's see. If the entry was around there, 60 pip stop loss, I believe we're going to be seeing it go lower. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to redo this trade idea. Once there's an EMA shift, very likely it'll just be a sell stop order that's taken. A potential 12.5 to 1 trade. Let's try that out. I'm going to see if it's worthwhile because it, again, 2 indicators, 618 channel 3, 618 channel and the EMA. They're all right there. They're bunched up. So maybe that was just that deep pullback that it was aiming to hit. And now we could be seeing a reversal. Very interesting. Okay. EuroCAD. Wow, this did not go the way I thought it would have went. But again, it's a break even because the stop loss moved way up. Man, it would have been nice if this was you know, some TP taken way down here. That would have been a 4 to 1. But yeah, I mean, this just blew up, broke through all its previous resistance lines, and now we're climbing. Oh, pardon me. But on the bright side, this brings us to a deeper fib retracement. So now, our potential trade, as you can see right there, 2 lines, red fib channel plus the Fibonacci retracement, could potentially do a trade like this. 60 back down to there, almost a 9 to 1. That could be entirely possible. So I'll leave this up because once it kind of broke through that original area, as you can see, you know, kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Okay. So we'll be moving up from there. We'll take a look later on. Euro CHF, anything drawn up here? Nothing in particular. Went a lot deeper than expected and made a new low, so now it's just pulling back. Euro GBP, same thing. Euro just ended up, yeah, just doing something completely odd. That was on the 4-hour that I drew the divergence. All right, so as you can see, it was quite significant. Thought it would have been dropping, but Euro just gained strength, so did not work out. I'll get rid of these guys. See, look, exactly what I was saying. Black line right here, rejected, but it just kept going. So, bit of a bummer. You know, that did not play out. So now, over the longer period of time, where is it going to be? Where is it going to retrace from? So here to the bottom. Da-da-da-da. Not bad. Let's say right there and go 60 pip. Would that be reasonable? Let's see what happens. I'm just very curious, because that could go all the way back down, 10 to 1 in the long term. Huh. Yeah, it's very interesting on the daily. Way up there. Okay. Slowly come back to that zone. We could see it hit maybe 90 pips. It's not too far off. Euro JPY. Again, oh, look at that. What did it hit off of? What did I draw way back here? Long time ago. Look at this, 2015. 2015 hits right off of that imbalance. Crazy. Look at this. It missed it by 15, 14 pips. Wow. Okay, so, you know what? 4-hour EMA shift. I guess it's already happened, so this is actually a pretty decent sell to take. That might be a strategy sell because it is going to be lining up on the 1-hour quite nicely. And if I include my RBIPP, as the trend is starting to drop, let's see. So this would have been a pretty decent entry. Let's see. So yeah, that was TP, hit. But again, it's really hard to take when all you see all these lines consolidating, right? So it's extremely risky, right? So if you see this going lower, this would have been very late to take because that was the original one. So if you grab the higher one on a sell, I mean, it's kind of contradictory, especially when we have the larger line still pointing up, right? Off of the end here, I mean, that would have been pretty decent. That would have been TP. Off the middle of this would have been take profit. But again, not a fantastic setup for an entry. That's very risky. All right. You know, there is one kind of crazy way to do it. If no, I don't even want to say it. It's just taking 2 trades up and down. That's just going to be dumb. I think that's not a strategy I want to encourage. Euro NZD. See, not even entered. Like, it just never dropped, so I'm not too concerned about that. Man, where is Euro going? What is the deal? All right, well, I'm going to delete this one anyway. I drew it up, but I don't even like taking NZD pairs. Euro USD. Here was the snipe. There we go. Finally, something played out in my favor, right? So this trade originally on a 35 pip stop loss, this is what I was saying, right? So POC, 2 POCs, kind of hit off the original one back here where all this was consolidating, just touched it, and now it's sitting nicely in profit. So currently, it's at a 4.5 to 1 risk to reward. I believe it's going to keep going lower. The only crappy thing is it was just a long candle down. I have a feeling it just kind of closed the imbalance and might be going lower. And as you can see, it's tested that point of control. So if this closes above the point of control on the daily, I'm out. Currently, still in. Very nice. Loving it. GBP AUD. Didn't draw anything up here. CAD, nothing. 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 Sort of something, but that's completely irrelevant now. Blew up. Euro or GBP USD. So there was 2 trade ideas that I had. Let's see on the 4-hour first. What was I saying? It's gonna pull up. Like if it does end up going higher, shift down, right? So entry would have been pretty nice if it pulled back up around that. Oh geez, I'll delete it anyway. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. But yeah, I mean, short-term trade, if that was a sell stop set, right, as it went up, it would have been a nice 4 to 1 profit within a couple of days. If I would have seen the retracement way back here, let's see if anything played off the 1 hour. Would that have been? Yeah, there's no candle patterns to speak of. It was just, again, you saw when I did it with the NASDAQ, like it dropped 300 points within 1 minute. Every USD pair followed, so US dollar dropped as the stocks dropped. Bitcoin went over that. Man, was that a nice snipe. Look at that. Holy, what an entry. And again, Bitcoin is pretty straightforward. Like Fibonacci is more often in play in cryptocurrency than anywhere else from what I've noticed. So if you're able to draw that up, it's a great place to look for entries. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me, a little late. So yeah, I mean, this could have been a snipe, but again, risky. You know, all the way up there to golden zone, so 5%, 3 to 1 risk to reward. Still not currently in profit, but right now it's at about 2.47, so looking all right. Yeah, so NASDAQ guy drew up. This is kind of what's expecting. Nothing. I'm not a fan of NZD pairs. Always crazy wicks. Oil. Okay. So oil has been very interesting. It keeps trying to pull up, but as you can see, EMA hasn't actually shifted for the last few, what is it, 2 weeks almost? So the date, that's UK oil too. Let's jump on a US oil. That one's what I have marked up a little bit better. All right. So yeah, I mean, similar story. It almost switched, but it just wanted to keep going back down. Not sure if the strength of the dollar had anything to play with, but that's going to be my target for entry. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. If there's any specific candles to take a look at. Yeah, sort of. Maybe this guy right here that it'll play off, but it did have a pullback already. Let's just see from here to here. And long position here. Stop loss slightly below. That's not bad. 70 cents worth. Not even a dollar, I think, is reasonable to take. And then up we go. So let's see what kind of TP can make off this. Man, I just want to catch that bottom, but it's like catching a falling knife, right? If you ever heard the terminology. And going up 61%, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Maybe to about that area where we have this on the daily. Anyway, as far as entry goes, that would definitely be a pretty solid idea. but not entirely sure. Even if it hits that area, I'm going to wait for an EMA shift. Too often you get burned on oil when you try to catch the bottom, so be cautious. Okay, gold and silver. So silver first. Almost had it. You see, this is why I don't like taking these trades. I knew it was going to be around that area, but it just wicked a little higher, right? So this would have been perfect, but that wasn't the entry, right? It was off that 618, and as you see, it just kind of wicked above it. This is why in the golden zone, if you don't know that specific spot, if there's no candles, you have to have a much deeper stop loss in order to not risk being stopped out, but to actually be in profit. Gold, I thought a deeper pullback would have happened. It was just minor, and then it dropped. So it just touched that point of control, rejected off it, and down it goes. So that's an invalid trade. And let's see. Yeah, it just made a newer low there and there. So if I draw up another potential fib where we're at now, here to here, retracement around that area, but I'm not going to take gold. It's too choppy, moves too quickly, expensive. So yeah, I mean, overall, that's the Forex review. Some pretty good trades that looked like they were happening midweek, but yeah, the euro just gained strength. It was a bit nutty. It was unexpected there. It went higher. Euro CAD, same thing. Entry was nice around that area. It dropped for 2 days and then it reversed and went higher. But those trades should not have been losses. They should have just been broken evens, at worst anyway. Because what I explained in my market structure video, as soon as your entire stop loss is how much the pair goes into profit, you should be moving into break even. All right, and that mitigates damage. So if you didn't do that, yeah, that would have been a stop loss, unfortunately. But that's why those plays are made. Okay, folks, I hope it has been informative for you. As always, I'll catch you next week.